when I went and did the chores, she was still on those eggs, so I was very happy. But after I was done with the chores and I was going inside, I heard it cackling and I said, oh no, she's out. And I came down here and she was actually on top of this brooder. Good morning, chillers. Whoa, what do you got going out here, guys? You got a nice tablecloth there set. You have some blankets on the ground. It's a dog party. A big dog party.
Yeah, and I just thought of dog.
All right, y'all have fun. Okay, I'm out here at the Broody hen. You remember last night, she settled in and set on those eggs. When I checked on her this morning, very early, when I went and did the chores, she was still on those eggs, so I was very happy. But after I was done with the chores and I was going inside, I heard it cackling and I said, oh no, she's out. And I came down here and she was actually on top of this brooder. And don't ask me how in the world she got out. I have no idea. But I had to turn the box around and hopefully she's gonna stick. So the box has been around for a couple of hours. Let's turn it around and see if she'll stay. So see, I just put this block over this cage to keep her in there. And I turned it around so she couldn't leave. Okay, now this is gonna be so she can get out and get something to eat. Okay, I'm just gonna be real quiet. I think she can get out even without me turning that around. So I'm gonna leave her in there and shut this up. Okay, so there we go. So it's important to get her going on those because if she gets off of them too long, they'll rot. All right, let's check on the guineas. All right, that's good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got some good news and bad news, guys. Let's start with the good news. The good news is we got 3 guineas in there still, but if you remember right, we had 4. I came out here one day and one was missing. And I wondered what had happened, and while I was in here adjusting things, the others had flown up on top to the rafters on the other side, and that's open and ventilated, and so I'm suspecting one jumped up there and down. That is something a dino, one of those guys, a chicken, would never have done. So I did not see that coming, and what I had to do, I'll show you what I did to prevent that next time. Okay guys, so you see that ventilation up there? Yeah, I put this plastic, I just had some of this plastic, I don't know what you call it, mesh, and put it across the ventilation up there so that they cannot fly up there and get out. This is the second batch of food, so they ate their entire batch of first food. I'm happy about it. That means they're eating, they're drinking, they're eating some of these greens. Oh look, I noticed the black tarp up there has got an opening, so I've got to try to get up there and staple that shut. So you thought chickens were chicken? No, guineas are chicken. We ought to be calling each other guineas for people who are afraid. Okay, so I'm gonna just try to get up here carefully and not try to scare them. I've scared them so bad just walking around in here, they'll just fly like crazy and hit walls and stuff.
Jenna. Even Gideon's getting in on the action. He's excited. It's a gorgeous day.
What's in a blue day? And baby.
Ooh. You are such a good flower picker.
That was in flowers.
You love flowers?
I picked them all for you.
You picked them all for me?
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, guys. Not much to report other than it's all going great.
Okay guys, I came back down here to check on her earlier today and she was still on it, but now that I'm here now, she's not. And I don't know if she's lost her brood or she just got up to get something to eat, but I'm just gonna turn it back around again and get her, see if we can't get that brood to stick. We gotta get her to settle down on those, Janna. And we're not gonna leave her like that long. We're gonna come back out here in a couple of hours after she's settled and let it on, and probably need to check her more often. Look at this resiliency inside this feed room where we spilled the oats on a gravel floor, no water, barely any light, growing. That is hopeful, isn't it, guys? Uh-oh, guys, look what I did to the bush axe over the weekend. I don't know what happened. I didn't hit the handle or anything. It just gave out and split. So I'm bringing out the big guns. Got this string trimmer with a blade on it. Gonna go behind the cows to help them out. Get the things they didn't get. It's always a little slow getting it started in the beginning of the season. Not bad?
Here, Papa.
Thank you. How's that look?
Good.
Thank you.
My mama.
Look nice, guys? Okay, guys, I'm out here at the cows. I just threw the hay in. You could tell how bushy and woolly that is. Let me show you. This is before, and then I put the hay down. And let me show you after. Now, this is after. Now, you may not be able to tell right away, but notice there's a lot less underbrush, if you will. They're not gonna break this big stuff, but they have trampled down all the briars, which is good, because now you can easily get in there and cut it. I talked to a goat man who rents them out. He said he'd rather do this in the late summer, fall. He said it'd be more effective with them getting the seeds and whatnot. So that's not gonna work out too bad. So we'll just use what we have. We've got the cows, we've got a bush axe we need to repair, and then we've got a string trimmer with a metal blade on it. So we're taking a little break from the cows. The boys have a ravine they want to show me, saying they can climb up and down it. So just taking a little break, hang out with thing one and thing two a little bit. What are we living for, right guys? Looks like we're getting close. I know we had this ravine here, but I think this is the first time they've, I think this is the first time they had gone to it by themselves and done some fun things out here. It's cool how they're getting older and starting to explore more. Holy mackerel, this is a ravine, guys. Look how steep and high up we are.
I know.
There's a creek down there like 200 feet.
Here we go. Oh, can you sit here and watch us?
Yeah.
You're gonna try? Try what? Let's do it, Papa. Try. Look how hard it is. Whoa. We make it look easy because we practice.
All right, Mr. Brown and I got our earmuffs on. Isn't it funny how you always talk louder when you got earmuffs on? Like other people can't hear you, but I guess you just like hearing yourself. All right, Mr. Brown, we got our earmuffs on. Are we ready to go, buddy? Let's get this string trimmer, now a blade trimmer, and knock out these little trees and briars that the cows didn't get. Well, that was 10 times easier, 10 times as fast. So this is what was in our pallet, guys, and it did not heat up fast enough. We're gonna have too much. That tells me we had too much carbon, probably not enough water. You just have to really soak these things. And so we've tightened up our ratio and restacked it. I saved you the trouble of filming that 30-minute process of manual hard labor. So there it is. We've added we've made it a 1-1 ratio. One part bedding from the cows and 1 part wood chips. Leftover barbecue from Farmhouse Barbecue, and corn pudding and some collards. No, you made broccoli. Yum.
Yeah.
And Big Daddy and Grandma are here to visit, and a bowl of tomatoes for Mr. Brown. He absolutely loves them. Whoa, look at that. Look at that hanger for your big ship. You did an excellent job, buddy.
Where it can go and get cleaned up from all its adventures.
It's what?
It's where it can go and get cleaned up.
Nice.
And in the elevator so it can get up here and clean off up here. And then it can come down on the elevator.
Nice. Bring it on.
Yes.
Good job. You volunteered that yourself.
Yeah.
Good job. Bring in the dishes from the table. Okay, I'm back here down at my Broody. I've had her cover up for a couple hours. Keep in mind, guys, she's gonna be totally fine. When they're Broody, they sit on these guys for days without and just need to get up briefly, maybe once a day, get a little bit of water, manure, get some feed. But let's see if she's gonna stay on them this time. She can be off of them. Yeah, good. She's pecking at me, so that's good. Shows signs of broodiness. They can be off of the eggs up to 8 hours, depending on the temperatures outside. Okay, without the eggs losing their viability. So we're gonna say all's good. She probably wasn't even off of them an hour this morning. She might have been just off to do her thing, but if I felt like she was wanting to go home. And it was probably my mistake last night for letting her see those in the light, those eggs. Y'all saw what she did when I took them out of there. So I'm gonna lift this up and let her be here. I'm gonna go do my chores and come back, and we're gonna hope and pray she's still sitting on them. Come on, lady. I'm cheering for you, lady. Don't let the machine beat you. You need a little pep talk. This is thousands of years of biological goodness here. Right, Mr. Brown? Show them how it's done, man. You're the original. You're the one they built that machine off, lady. Okay, so I shut our lid back on that thing. Hopefully she's gonna stay put. We'll check on her here in about half an hour when we're done with the chores. Okay, let's see if she's still in there, guys. Yep, she's in there, guys. Sitting real quiet and still. She really wants to do it. She really does. She's just disoriented, doesn't know the new place. Eggs were cold when we put under her. We shined them. The light on the eggs we took from her. But I think I'm pulling for you, lady. I'm pulling for you. On guard. Oh. 2 against 1. I've only got 1. Oh, if y'all put your heads together, you could probably beat me. You like this game? You like this game?